Hey, what's up, guys? It's Vegas Jimmy here, coming to you live from the Smokin' Monkey Tiki Lounge located in Las Vegas, Nevada. You know, I just found out that July 19th is actually National Daiquiri Day. I mean, who knew that daiquiris even had their own day? But you know what? It's a good thing that they do, because we're going to make one today. I know we don't typically do cocktails here on this channel, but we make a pretty special one here in the Smokin' Monkey Tiki Lounge, and since National Daiquiri Day is coming up, I figured why not share it with you guys. So we're going to do two different recipes for you today. First is going to be a traditional daiquiri, and then the second one is actually going to be a hibiscus daiquiri that we made right here. And a traditional daiquiri isn't the one that you find usually in Louisiana, New Orleans, or even here on Fremont Street or the Strip, you know, that look like frozen concoctions that come in all these different flavors. A standard daiquiri is a very simple drink, actually, with only 3 ingredients. You've got either sugar or simple syrup, lime, and good rum. So really those 3 things put together is really good, what's going to create a really delicious, unique daiquiri for yourselves. And then I'll show you a little twist on what you can do if you're trying to reduce the amount of sugar that you're taking in, and maybe you want to use some kind of substitute. You know, Ernest Hemingway said one time that he drinks to make other people more interesting. And Ernest Hemingway was a big fan of the daiquiri. In fact, he actually liked doubling up the rum and reducing the amount of sugar, because I guess it was reported that he was a diabetic, so maybe that's why he didn't like the sugar, or maybe he just liked all that extra rum. But it makes for a pretty potent drink if you drink the Hemingway version of the daiquiri. So we're going to stick with the traditional one today. Okay, let's get going with the traditional daiquiri first. We're going to need to gather our ingredients together. First thing that we're going to need is some lime juice. So let's go ahead and cut up some limes. Now for this recipe, we're going to be using 1 ounce of lime juice. Pretty much you'll get 1 ounce of lime juice out of 1 full lime. The next thing that we're going to use is 3/4 of an ounce of simple syrup. Now, depending how sweet or how sour you'd like your daiquiri to be, you can either increase or decrease. I would only do about by 1/4 ounce. So maybe you want to do a full ounce if you want a little sweeter, or go back down to 1/2 ounce if you'd like it just a little bit more tart. We're going to go for 3/4 ounces of simple syrup for this recipe though. The other thing that you're going to need is 2 ounces of a very good white rum. Now, Hamilton makes this delicious white stash rum. I believe Ed Hamilton specially formulated this for daiquiris. I might be wrong. It makes for a great daiquiri, so that's what I'm using in mine. Alright, let's go ahead and put everything together then. Let's get our limes going here. Squeeze it out real good. Yeah, right at about 1 ounce right there. Pour that in there. Again, 3/4 of an ounce of simple syrup. Right in there. Then 2 ounces of our Hamilton White Stash or white rum. Right on in there. The other thing you want to do is, when you're using ice, you'd like a mix between good pebble ice and some chunkier ice as well. Just give it a nice shake there. go ahead and give it a really good shake for about 15 seconds. You know you got it ready. You know it's ready when the mug is nice and frosted like that. Now for mouthfeel, I like to do a double strain on my daiquiris. Actually, you know what? Let's use this guy right here. Let's go ahead and give this a pour now. And let's go ahead and garnish it with our lime wedge. Beautiful. Now, let's give her a drink. Oh, it's so refreshing. It's such a simple drink. Oh, I almost forgot. I was going to give you guys a little tip in case you're trying to reduce the amount of sugar that you're taking in. Recently, I've been on kind of a no sugar kick myself. So I've been using this Torani. They're not paying for any of this. I only got 300 and some followers, so I definitely don't have any sponsorships yet. But Torani, if you'd like to sponsor me. This is a really good alternative for simple syrups. This specific type of Torani actually uses stevia and monk fruit. So in case anybody's worried about any kind of weird chemicals and stuff for artificial sweeteners, stevia and monk fruit are very good natural sweeteners. So again, use this in the same proportions that you'd be using your simple syrup. So in this recipe, 3/4 of an ounce is, and now you've got a sugar-free version for this drink. Let's get one more sip here. Oh, it's just so good and refreshing, especially when it's 116 degrees outside. Am I right? All right, guys. Now we're going to go ahead and switch things up, and we're going to get into the hibiscus daiquiri that we made here specifically in the Smokin' Monkey Tiki Lounge. Now for this drink, it's going to be pretty similar to the last time. We're going to need 1 ounce of lime juice. We're going to take 1/2 ounce of hibiscus syrup. Now, you might be wondering how to make your own hibiscus syrup. If you've got a Mexican supermarket in your neighborhood or a Mexican section in your local supermarket, look for dried hibiscus flowers, or jamaica as it's known in Mexico, and make a tea out of it. And then you're going to use the same ratios as you would for a simple syrup. So 1 cup of the hibiscus tea mixed with 1 cup of sugar will give you a good ratio for your simple syrup with that. I like using turbinado sugar just because it gives it a little extra rich flavor, but you'll find the hibiscus gives it really a nice floral note to it. The other thing that we're going to be using is a little bit of Orange Curacao. I use a 1/2 ounce of this just because the orange gives it a different little citrus note in addition to the lime juice that you're using in it. So let's get to the recipe. Okay, so once again, we're going to go ahead and get the juice of 1 lime, or 1 ounce. Again, pretty much 1 ounce right there. Again, 1/2 ounce of our hibiscus syrup. Half an ounce of our Orange Curacao. And then 2 ounces of white rum. This time we're actually going to use some Tanduay rum, which I really love. It's a good rum from the Philippines, and for daiquiris, it really makes a really nice daiquiri. All right. Go ahead and get some ice here. and shake it up. All right, guys, let's go ahead and we'll get this one double strained just like the other one, because you really like that good mouthfeel for it. You'll see it's got a really nice pink kind of hue to it. Then let's go ahead and take one of our little pieces of hibiscus, and we can use that as a garnish, just kind of floating right there in the middle. So there you have it. The Hibiscus Daiquiri from the Smokin' Monkey. Now let's give her a taste. Oh my gosh, guys. See, the hibiscus, it just gives it that extra little bit of floral kind of note to it. And also the Orange Curacao, especially when you're using a really good one, just adds that extra little bit of citrus, kind of something to counter the lime with it. But boy, this is so refreshing. Please, you guys got to give this one a try. Let me know if you do try it and what your opinions are in the comments below. Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up here from the Smokin' Monkey Tiki Lounge. I hope you guys really enjoyed these recipes on how to make some daiquiris, especially the hibiscus daiquiri, which has got a nice little twist to it. So if you do try it out, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Also, if you made it this far, please like and subscribe. We're getting more and more traction on subscribers for the channel, and I promise you we're going to be meeting some really unique people around Las Vegas and visiting some home bars and some other locations that are off the beaten path here around town. So again, I'm Vegas Jimmy. We really appreciate you guys watching today here from the Smokin' Monkey in Las Vegas, Nevada. We'll see you guys off the beaten path. Mahalo.